Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dallas Cowboys. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Throwing, Prescott.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
The Cowboys at 5 and 6 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now left side on the swing pass. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
That's into the hands of Tolbert. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Prescott.
Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it'll be first down Cowboys. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
It was Kwity Paye who made the stop coming off the edge.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Cowboys. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing. Brett
Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Eason's throw pulled in by Woods.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Touchdown! J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Colts are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. A first down throw for Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
These two teams all tied after one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott. Tolbert hauls in the out route. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Inside give to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Play action now. Prescott.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Marr able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
McCann's got it teed up. fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a throw here to his running back. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott on 3rd and 2.
He's got it complete to Tolbert.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Here's Prescott.
Left side to Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 39, Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 17-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
46.
To throw is Prescott.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
And again, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Maher is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
2nd and 14. Eason.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. It's Eason.
That's complete to Whiteside. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Taylor.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Eason sets to throw it. As this completes to Woods.
And they will stop him short.
They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball taking it right down Broadway. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Cowboys take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. But no doubt, that changes things. Instead of putting 3 more points on the board, they surrender 6 the other way, and they also surrender the lead.
My math's not that great, but that's a 9-point swing, likely to become 10 after they add the extra point.
They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it and let your linemen surge and fire out.
So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends and change possession. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. A beautiful fake, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 134 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 36, Eason. His throw incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Now Eason.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
A give to Elliott. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The give is to Elliott, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Throwing, Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go play action with Eason. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Shaquille Leonard, the All-Pro, in on the tackle. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Kill. Hey, 47. Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Elliott. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And this is no good. Close. But he misses just left of the upright. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Cowboys, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it's a loss that could have implications on the